I think we have finally entered a new era of Evolve because tonight so many new LFG people arrived, and honestly it was really cool. So I want to talk about this. So the show opened with Necessary Roughness coming down to the ring. They were told that they were going to have a match between two wrestlers of Timothy Thatcher's choosing last week, and those two wrestlers are OTM. Again, I said it every week and I'm going to keep saying it because I need this message to spread. We need a tag team division. We need tag team championships. Sorry, I said we need a tag team division. We have one, and that's why we need tag team championships. The tag team division is just so elite, and if OTM are here to stay, I've really been enjoying their work the last few weeks. They've been a lot more active than before, so hopefully they're here to stay. They end up defeating Necessary Roughness, which I didn't expect at all, but I'm very happy with them. I do enjoy OTM. I don't feel like this loss hurts Necessary Roughness at all. I feel like it's going to be some very important character development because so far they've constantly been beating everyone. Even when they lost to Adrenaline Drip, they came back and beat the shit out of them afterwards. Having a loss against such a big team, which they can't just easily defeat again. Another match against them, they could very well lose. You know, gonna be some interesting to see. Afterwards, Timothy Thatcher just comes down to the ring, mocks them, laughs at them. It was very fun. During tonight's show, we also got two video packages for some debuting LFG stars. First of all, it's Xena Sterling, who has a match tonight. I love Xena Sterling. Anybody who didn't watch LFG, she should have won a very long time ago. So I'm very excited to see her on Evolve. Honestly, the Evolve Women's Division is also really stacked. She has a match against Carmen Petrovic, which surprisingly enough, she loses. I'm happy Carmen Petrovic picks up the victory. I don't feel like Xena Sterling loses anything at all. She's still very new. Her whole gimmick of being kind of ditzy, she can recover from a loss easily. Carmen Petrovic needs W's. She needs a storyline. I feel like a lot of people have forgotten about her. Hell, her last major storyline was in a romance with, what was his name? Chantel. He's not even here anymore. So hopefully this leads to Carmen Petrovic maybe down the line getting a women's championship match. Very excited to hear that. Also, Drake Moreau has a promo package. I believe he's dating Roxanne Perez, so that's cool. He was also really fun on LFG, so hopefully he gets pushed too. We then go backstage where Tate Wilder is talking to Trill London, also of LFG, but he has previously appeared on Evolve. They are partners later tonight against Swipe Right in a feud. And then Sean Legacy walks up, and Sean Legacy is concerned because he thought that, Tate Wilder is going to choose him. But Tate Wilder says, like, he respects Sean Legacy, but he's choosing Trill London, who is his friend. And that's very interesting because Sean Legacy is kind of like, previously he was treated as this, like, Superman, the Cody Rhodes of Evolver. He's the main character. Having someone like Tate Wilder not choose him for this feels like, I don't think we're going to turn him heel. It's just very interesting. It feels like Tate Wilder is slowly becoming the new face of Evolve, which is very, very interesting. I do think it's a good decision though. I like him. And then let's head straight into that match. Trill London and Tate Wilder do defeat Swipe Right. And I'm very happy with this. I'm very high on Trill London. He looked really good in tonight's match. Very happy with Tate Wilder getting another victory. I feel like Tate Wilder is next in line for the championship if Jackson Drake retains. I mean, hell, if Jackson Drake loses, Sean Legacy wins that championship, and either feud would be very interesting for Tate Wilder. So, that kind of has me thinking maybe Sean Legacy might win that belt. I mean, it would be very big to have Sean Legacy win the belt on Gold Rush. But I'm blabbering here. Really good match. Really happy with the result. Having Trill London finally be on Evolve. Having all of these LFG guys on Evolve, they're very entertaining. Trust me, if you haven't seen it, you're going to be very surprised. Next is Ariana Grace going to the VIP section getting ready for the main event. And she says that she's on Evolve because how could she ever not grace Evolve with her presence? And then Kendal Gray and Carly Bright come down to also sit ringside for the main event. Ariana Grace doesn't like that at all, so she leaves. So she just, I don't know what she's doing on Evolve. She just appears and then leaves. It's fine though, it's fine. And then it's the main event. Oh, before we get to the main event, Kendal Gray and Kelly Armstrong do have a confrontation backstage, but it's surprisingly friendly, where they show a lot of respect to each other, and Kelly Armstrong says she's coming back for that championship. Very peculiar. I feel like Kelly Armstrong is never going to come back to that championship and she's going to get called up to NXT, which would make sense. Or maybe she joins the Ren QCC. That could also be a very wild twist. But the main event is PJ Vasa picking up a victory over Kelly Armstrong. And I was very worried about this match because I felt like neither woman should take a loss. Kelly Armstrong should not have her second loss already, and PJ Vasa shouldn't lose either. But I'm fine with it. Again, I wonder where we're going with Kelly Armstrong. I feel like there is a whole storyline now where she can either go to NXT and be dominant, or she could stay and Evolve and she could be at her worst. She just lost the championship. Someone else took the role of the most dominant, the biggest women on Evolve. So now what's next for her? She's at the bottom. It could be a very interesting story to see how desperate she is. For PJ Vasa, she just debuted. She wrecked Hayes Jameson. Now she defeated the alpha female of Evolve, which is technically Callie Armstrong, even though Kendal Gray is the champion. And she's coming after the Evolve Women's Championship, so she's really being pushed to the moon. I can't see her winning the Evolve Women's Championship yet, but it would be I think it would be cool if she just took it, have the RenQCC be a permanent fixture on NXT with Ken McGray, and just have PJ Vasa just utterly dominate the Evolve Women's scene. But I don't think that's the most interesting route to go, but I am curious what route we are going to go, because Ken McGray is going to defend her championship soon against Chantel Monroe, which I'm also excited about. So there's a lot of moving parts in the women's division, and the show ends with Necessary Roughness making a call to someone. I don't know who, but I am very curious to see who it is. If it is someone from LFG, which would make sense seeing as how important LFG was on the show, there's a few people who I'm not going to mention who it could be. A big rival of Keanu Carver, which would fit. Otherwise, if it's a totally new talent, maybe some ID signing, that would also be interesting. Lots of routes you can go. I'm not going to make a singular guess because I just feel like there are so many options. So that was Evolve for you tonight. Another really great show from Evolve. Evolve rarely has a bad show. Sometimes the shows aren't bad, but they just don't capture my interest, and that's fine because even then the shows aren't bad. Tonight's show was an 8 out of 10. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it, although there was so many backstage segments, but I don't mind that at all. Again, just an overall good show. Evolve is on such a roll. So if you like this video, please leave a like, subscribe. I cover NXT, TNA, and Evolve every single week, along with doing a podcast with PUWF for about 2-3 hours. We just talk about Evolve. So that's something you might care about. Tune in, and then hope to see you again soon. Goodbye, everyone.